we know that they can be big plays for us.
Playing Michigan State's defense, is it a lot like playing your defense? I think it's 4-3. I think they do something a little bit. You guys are an over and they're an under, something like that, one or the other. But is it a lot like playing your defense?
Yeah, I mean they do some different things schematically than our defense, but they play super hard and they're physical, so that aspect doesn't change.
How much, this is your second year on campus. You didn't come on campus until after the 2015 epic game between these two programs. How does that trickle down to you, that game, or does it at all? The Big Ten championship game in 2015.
That was the 2015 season. This is a 2017 season, so a lot of new players, a lot of new faces. So, I think in that aspect, it doesn't really affect what we do as a team. We're just going to continue to practice hard and get as prepared as we can for the game.
Does the 22-play drive ever show its face here at all, as far as something that for motivation or for just to get you guys going?
I think it was. I don't know exactly for sure, but I think it was probably used more for a learning tool when it came up. I would say, and it'll probably come up, on film this week for the defense. But from that standpoint, I haven't had anything with it.
What are you using for learning tools right now? What are some specific things that you are going in and you're getting from coaches, the feedback you're getting? What are you working on? What are your learning points right now?
Just continue to study the film and get tips for different blitzes or coverages. I think that's the biggest thing, being able to anticipate what's going to happen before the snap.
That's you're reading minds, right? At that point, or trying to? Or just watching guys lean, that kind of thing.
Yeah, a little here and there, just little different tips that you can pick up on film. Any advantage that you can get is huge in a game like this. So just being able to pick up on those tips.
Do you think that defenses now are going to blitz Iowa? Because Penn State showed the way. I think it had been more than 40%, I think. But they blitzed you guys. Do you think other teams will be like, hey, that looked pretty good, let's do that?
Yeah, we're definitely expecting for pressure. Not just this game, but every game.
Right.
We know that it's going to come, and when it does come, we have to be able to handle it. So coaches do a great job at showing us blitzes in practice and on film, and even in our old games, so we can learn what we did wrong and how to pick them up.
Is there a number on Michigan State's defense that you're aware of right off the bat with film study? Is there a guy that you kind of got to watch him? Or is it just generally the whole defense?
Right now we're just trying to study the whole defense. Obviously they're all great players. They're playing for a reason. So, they're all good players, and we're just trying to focus on getting better right now.
Was Penn State disguising things the other night? It seemed like you were having to identify a lot of things at the line.
Yeah, no, they did a lot of different stuff at the line of scrimmage. So, we were having to identify a bunch of different stuff, and with that happening, that's going to help us in the long run. So to be able to learn from those situations and then get better at it in the future.
It felt like you guys learned as the game was going on. You guys were able to take advantage of some things. Was that the case? Did you pick things up as the game went along?
Yeah, that's what you have to do to be successful, and our coaches did a great job at helping us in between series and to be able to recognize some different things that they were doing. So, as the game went on, we got better at that.
I'm sure you've been asked this. The slower starts on offense, it's a group thing. What do you guys need to do to kind of get that things and maybe identify things earlier?
Yeah, I think just come out and execute our plays right away. Penn State came out with some different stuff that we weren't necessarily expecting, but like I said, that's just going to help us as we continue on in the season.
What have you seen from Michigan State, and that you've already have a road game under your belt now? What did you learn from that Iowa State game that maybe can help you this week?
Just being able to be focused on the task at hand. You can't get too high or too low with the crowd, and just being able to handle the environment that you're playing in. I've never been to East Lansing in the stadium, so just being able to handle the environment like we did at Iowa State, I think will be a big key in being able to go out and play well.
How do you do that? I mean, all this stuff is new for you. Oh, most of it is anyway. I mean, that was it was your first Iowa State game. This is your first Big Ten road game. How do you kind of keep yourself and do what you need to do?
I think just rely on my teammates. They do a great job at preparing all week as well, and so relying on teammates and coaches to trust in me and also for them to make plays. That helps me stay focused at the task at hand.
Thanks, Nick.